investigation on my RE Audio XXX12V2 D2. This was pulled out and set for a rebuild because it had some coil rub issues, which was a result of it not being linear anymore due to me ripping a triple joint a few years back. You can see here I repaired or attempted to repair the triple joint that ripped on me. And the reason it ripped is I was listening to the radio and a song came on that I really liked. It was new and I was blasting the bass and I didn't know how the song ended. It ended abruptly and they went to talking, and when you talk over a microphone you get those subsonic frequencies, and with my bass turned up all the way, those blew out of proportion and both of my subs went into jackhammer mode and bottomed out on the pole and ended up ripping the triple joint. The other one survived or is holding together, but this one ripped, so I ended up having to take it out and JB weld it. And what happened is it worked for a while, but it kind of was out of linear. It's not very straight and perfect anymore, so over time it started rubbing and it was pretty close to shorting out the amp. You can kind of see there that it actually did already. There's a open circuit there. It looks like it's an open. And then over here, let's see if I can find it, there's a section of coil missing of a wire, and about 2 years ago I found that wire sitting next to the magnet and confirmed it is the coil because it's missing. There's the piece that's missing, and this sub actually played fine aside from the rubbing. And what's weird is the coils both ohm out where they're supposed to, and the thing played pretty decent. I mean, I was still able to play at full tilt and it sounded pretty loud. The top joint here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's cracking a little bit, and I play these extremely hard and I play them way too low. The box is about right where it should be size wise, but I just play them hard because I can. It's cracking a little bit here, but it's held together and I abuse it. But you can see in there, this is a anodized black former, and you can see how it's turned like that reddish color. So you can tell I've gotten it pretty hot. You know, when you see like aluminum black wastegates, when they get hot they turn this like reddish color. You could see on the coil, I believe that's just from rubbing, unless that's from intense heat. But right where that's at is right next to some rubbing marks, and it's right where the coil rubs out there, and then there's some rubbing there all around kind of evenly. That was probably before I fixed or attempted to fix the triple joint, and that's just from over excursion. When it gets to its peak, it doesn't hold its center and it starts rocking, starts tapping inside there. But I think it's really weird that the coil having sections shorted out, appearing to be missing, and open, while the coil still reads fine, and it was playing normally aside from the coil rub. But I thought that was very interesting. And here is the new drop-in Recone. This is a pretty rare Recone and I've had it for a while. I bought it when I found it because I knew how rare they were. I decided to fix it now because I figured if that one sub was going to fail on me, it was going to fail at full tilt and potentially unload the other one and maybe damage the other one or damage the amp. So I figured let's just Recone it now. It's really cool. I like the way these are set up. If they still made them, it'd be awesome, but I literally got a chisel and wedged it between there and I was able to take off this spider landing. Now granted, this is probably not a good design if you're like a high SPL with super stiff suspension, because you only got one glue point there for two spiders, but it held up on this setup, and it's a really low ground pound setup, low frequency, designed sub with a very light suspension. But this is what I'm going to do for now. One of the Banhammer V2 pre-order guys, and I'm hoping this will hold me out till then. And this is what the Banhammers are going to be competing against. My good old RE Audios. I just love the way they look. But I'm really hyped for those Banhammers because that power handling. These are advertised as 2000 watts RMS. but from my experience, they're probably more like 1500 watts RMS, because they start stinking pretty good if you run them 2000 for about 3 minutes. But they do work though. I like them. But yeah, there's that.